On a warm summer's evening, the Capulet household was the brightest place in Verona. The walls of the ballroom were hung with tapestries and a candlelight. From a dozen chandeliers threw rainbows on the heads of the masked dancers as they twirled through the music.
Romeo, what are you doing here? Are you crazy? You leave, please. You leave, please.
On one side of the room stood a young girl, Juliet, the daughter of Lord and Lady Capulet. She removed her mask and loosened her black hair. Her face, flushed from the heat of the dance, was radiant. She seemed unaware someone was watching her. A few steps away, a young man stood gazing at her. He had never seen such loveliness before in all his whole life.
Surely, I must be mistaken. Surely, if I look a second time, I will find that her eyes are close together, her nose too long, or her mouth too wide.
Almost without thinking, Romeo moved his way toward Juliet until he found himself standing at her side. Gently, he took her hand. Juliet turned her head, her eyes wide with surprise.
Hey, where are you going?
Hey. To fetch my rapier. Lord Montague's son, Romeo, has dared to enter the house.
Leave him.
But tomorrow he will boast to his friends that he entered to a Capulet ball without being noticed. He will make looks like fool.
I know you hate that family, as deep as I, but leave him. You cannot control your temper like a man. Go to your room like a boy.
There was a terrible feud between the Capulet and the Montagues, and the Prince of Verona had forbidden any more fighting between the two families.
My lady, if my hand has offended yours by holding me, please forgive me.
My hand is not offended, sir, and nor I.
All those other times I thought I was in love. I was like a child playing a game. This time, I'm truly in love.
Romeo and Juliet looked deep into each other's eyes, unable to take their eyes off of each other.
Lady, Juliet, your mom is looking for you. Go.
Do you know that, lady?
Why, sir? I've been her nose since she was a baby. She's Capulet's daughter. And I know you too, young man. I know you, Romeo, and you should not be here. Go.
You will pay. You must pay for this one.
My lady, Juliet, Romeo is a Montague. You cannot be with me. Please, forget me.
That night, Juliet couldn't go to sleep. She could only think of Romeo. It was warm and the moonlight was shining on the trees in the arcade below.
How can I be in love with someone I hate? Oh, Romeo, why do you have to be a Montague? If you had been born with another name, I could tell you how much I love you.
Come here, love. It is the only name I want.
How do you get here? If anyone catches you, they will kill you.
I climbed the orchard wall. I have to see you again. I loved you the moment I first saw you, and I want to know if you feel the same.
Well, how can I be sure that you will not forget me as soon as tonight is over?
Meet me at Freer Learn Chapel at noon tomorrow, and we shall be married.
Married? But we have only just met, and what will our parents say?
We need to meet more than once to know that our love is strong and real. Must we live apart just because of our family hatred?
A part of Juliet knew that for them to marry would be mad and impossible, but another part of her knew that if she sent Romeo away now, she might never see him again, and she wasn't sure she could bear that.
Yes, I believe what we feel for each other is true. And yes, I meet you tomorrow at the chapel at noon.
So the next day, Romeo and Juliet were married.
Romeo, Juliet, I know that your love is real, and it is stronger than your family hate. I wish you be happy forever and ever. Now, Romeo, you can kiss the bride.
The bell in the clock tower of the cathedral tolled twice. The main square of Verona sweltered in a hot sunshine. Two young men were longing beside a fountain.
Where is he? He must be here an hour ago.
Some important business has detained him.
A pair of pretty eyes, most like. At last, I was thinking the queen of the fair take you out of your sleep.
I have great news, but you promised to keep it a secret. I'm in love.
You're always in love.
It is more than this time I'm in love with. I'm in love with.
Romeo, you were at my house last night. Now you must pay for your insolence.
I will not pay with you. It will be like fighting on my own family.
Why, you milkshop, you are as cowardly as the Montagues.
Romeo, are you gonna stay there and let this guy insult your family?
I must. You don't understand. I have no choice.
Why not?
In a moment so fast, Tybalt brought out his sword that two young men began to fight as a dazzling spear.
If you don't wanna fight, I am your man.
Demonio, help me to stop them.
I plan on board your house, Romeo.
Romeo caught Mercutio, pinning his arm to his side. Tybalt, rapier driving through Mercutio's heart, fatally wounded him.
One of us must join Mercutio in death.
Let our sword decide.
Romeo hacked at Tybalt and thought Tybalt were a tree that he wanted to cut down. Tybalt was tired and finding it difficult to defend himself. Tybalt suddenly flicked out a foot, intending to trip Romeo, but instead he lost his own balance and the two enemies tumbled to the ground. Romeo fell on Tybalt's hands, forcing the point of the dagger deep into Tybalt's chest.
I have killed Juliet's cousin.
Girls! Girls!
She cannot love a mother. She will never forgive me.
I'm going to take Romeo. Romeo, let's get out of here. Hurry, hurry!
Romeo was still staring at Tybalt when the prince's words reached him. That night, the Prince of Verona passed judgment on Romeo.
Don't worry, Juliet. I have told my husband he will not kill Romeo.
Milady, you should accept only for his marriage. You will not suffer.
No.
The hatred of the Montages and the Capulet has cost 2 lives today. I want no more bloodshed. I will spare Romeo his life. But I banish him to the city of Mantua. He must leave tonight. And if he is found in Verona again, he will be put to death.
When Friar Lawrence heard the news of Romeo's banishment, he was deeply upset. He had already married Romeo and Juliet in secret, hoping that one day their love would overcome the hatred between the Montagues and the Capulet. But it seemed that the hate had been too strong. Friar Lawrence prayed for young newlyweds.
Help me, Friar Lawrence. My father wants me to marry Count Paris, but I'd rather die than forsake Romeo.
Do not despair, my child. Surely you can reason with your father.
I could not bring myself to tell him about Romeo. I feared Tybalt death had made me too full of grief to think of marriage. But father will not listen, and the wedding is to take place tomorrow.
There may be a way for you and Romeo to be together, my child, but it is dangerous. Drink this tonight, and you will fall into a sleep as deep as death. Your parents will believe that you are dead, but after 2 days, you will wake alive and well.
And Romeo?
I will send him a message explaining everything. After you wake, you can go to Mantua in secret.
And so, on the morning of Juliet's wedding to Paris, the screams of the nurse woke the whole Capulet house.
My lady! My lady! No, no, my lady, no!
What happened?
My daughter! My daughter! My daughter, no! My daughter!
Oh, beautiful daughter, what happened? What happened? Oh, he was Romeo fall, oh my God. Oh no, my beautiful daughter, what happened? Oh my God. What happened?
My daughter!
Oh God.
When the news of Juliet's death reached Benvolio, he rode straight to Mantua to Romeo. One of the travelers he passed was a monk who recognized him.
Lord Benvolio, I have a letter for your cousin Romeo, from Friar Lawrence.
Get out of my way. I don't have time to stop. What?
The monk watched as Benvolio galloped by the road to Mantua. As the speed the monk judged, Benvolio would be in the city before evening. When Benvolio told Romeo that Juliet was dead, Romeo's heart broke and for hours he lay sobbing on his bed, while outside day turned into night. During that time, Benvolio stayed at Romeo's side.
Oh, come on, Romeo. You can live without Juliet. I must go to her. If you're seen in the street of Verona, they will kill you. I am not afraid of death. My life without Juliet means nothing. Go wake the grooms and tell them to saddle my horse.
When Benvolio had left him alone, Romeo searched through the wooden chest at the foot of his bed until he found a glass bottle that contained a clear liquid.
I shall drink this poison and die at Juliet's side.
Romeo left Mantua at daybreak. He traveled through the country, trying not to be seen. He arrived at night with the hood of his cloak drawn up to his face. He slipped unrecognizable. He went straight to the Capulet tomb and rushed to Juliet's side.
I cannot breathe without you. I want your beauty to be the last thing my eyes see. We could not be together in life, sweet love, but in death, nothing shall hurt us.
Romeo drew the cork from the poison bottle and raised it to his lips. He felt the vile liquid sting his throat. The darkness swallowed him. At first, she thought she was dreaming, but she smelled the bitter scent of the poison. She knew that the nightmare was real and that Friar Lawrence's plan had gone terribly wrong. She cradled Romeo in his arms and wept. Juliet saw a gleam of light on Romeo's dagger. She drew the weapon and pressed its point into her heart.
Now, Daniel, take me to my love.
When Romeo and Juliet died, the hatred between the Montagues and the Capulet died with them. United by the grief, the two families agreed that Romeo and Juliet should be buried together.
Oh, dear husband, look what Howard discord with the Capulets has brought to us.
Our beloved son has died, our Lord Romeo.
The star within our eyes has gone. Our beloved Juliet has passed away.
My husband, we need to hold this rivalry. We have lost our most precious treasures.
I suggest that Romeo and Juliet have to be buried together.
I agree with that. Let's bury them together.